The nearest key provides detailed information on the 9 nearest airports, VORs, Ndbs, intersections, and user-defined waypoints within 200 nautical miles of the current position. Special use airspace alerts are also included. In addition, the nearest function can be used to obtain the 2 nearest flight service station and air route traffic control center frequencies. The first page of the nearest group will display the nearest airports subject to the minimum runway length and surface type specified in the GNC 300XL user-defined settings. For each airport, the airport identifier, elevation, direction, and distance from the current position are shown, followed by the frequencies. The last line contains the runway information. To scroll through the 9 airports, use the small inner knob. You may examine frequency and runway information directly from the nearest airport page currently being displayed. To do so, press the cursor key twice and rotate the large outer knob to highlight either the frequency or runway field. In this example, we've highlighted the runway field, and then we'll use the small inner knob to get runway distance for each of the runways at Flagler County Airport. To examine the frequencies for the airport, use the large outer knob to highlight the frequency field. Then, use the small inner knob to scroll through the listing of available frequencies. To copy the displayed frequency directly into the standby position of the radio, simply press the Enter key. Now that we have scrolled through the 9 nearest airports, using the small inner knob, let's move to the next nearest group, the Special Use Airspace Alerts. As with all page groups in the GNC 300XL, movement between pages is by use of the large outer knob. Special Use Airspace Alerts are issued for various types of controlled and special use airspace. The GNC 300XL contains user-defined settings that allow you to configure the airspace alerts to your liking, including disabling them altogether. If you have airspace alerts activated and the aircraft is approaching that type of airspace, a message will be triggered. At that point, you can view the nearest special use airspace to get more detailed information about that airspace. In our example, with the plane stationary, there are no relevant airspace alerts, so the listing is empty. The third nearest group shows the 9 closest VORs, displaying the 3-letter identifier, frequency, direction and distance from the aircraft's current position, and the facility name. The small inner knob allows the pilot to scroll through all 9 VORs. The next group contains the 9 nearest Ndbs. Like the VOR group, it shows the facility name, frequency, and relative direction from the aircraft's current position. Following Ndbs, you'll find the 9 nearest intersection listing showing the name of the intersection along with the bearing and distance to the fix. You can scroll through the list using the small inner knob. One handy feature to keep in mind is that the GNC 300XL allows you to easily proceed direct to any airport, nav aid, or fix displayed on the screen. For example, let's say we wanted to proceed direct to Phoenix intersection. To do so, push the cursor twice and use the small knob if necessary to highlight the desired fix. In this case, Phoenix is the first intersection on the screen and is already highlighted. Next, push the Direct2 key and then the Enter key to execute the Direct2 Navigation. The details of the Direct2 function were covered in a previous episode. After the nearest intersections, you'll find the 9 nearest user-defined waypoints, if any have been added. In our example, no user waypoints have been created, so the list is empty. Advancing to the next page using the large outer knob, you'll find the nearest air route traffic control center frequencies. Recall that you can scroll through the frequency list using the small knob once the field is highlighted, and then press the Enter key to move the displayed frequency into the standby position on the comm radio. The final nearest page provides the closest two FSS frequencies and features the same frequency transfer capability we just discussed with the center frequencies. Turning a large outer knob once more will bring you back to the nearest airports page. This completes the GNC 300XL nearest function presentation. If you found this information helpful, please comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks.